Welcome to week 5. Last week, you designed a project-based learning unit, a learning architecture built around authenticity, inquiry, creation, critique, and reflection. This week, we shift to the question that defines learning quality. How will we know that deep learning actually happened? Week 5 is about authentic assessment, not as a final step, but as a system that shapes learning from the start. Here is the key message of week 5. Assessment is not separate from learning. Assessment is learning. What we assess becomes what learners believe matters, and what learners believe matters becomes what they invest effort in. If assessment rewards recall, learners learn to memorize. If assessment rewards reasoning, creation, and judgment, learners learn to think deeply. So week 5 is not just assessment design, it is learning design through evidence. Why traditional assessment falls short? Most traditional assessments are still built on industrial-era assumptions. Knowledge is fixed, learning is linear, and performance can be captured in a single timed snapshot. But in the digital and AI era, competence looks different. We need evidence of transfer and application, problem solving in complex contexts, collaboration and communication, digital and multimodal creation, ethical judgment, and the ability to revise and improve. A recall-based test can't capture these competences well, and neuroscience also shows why. Stress, overload, and decontextualized tasks can reduce cognitive performance and distort what learners truly know or can do. So what is authentic assessment? Authentic assessment is designed to mirror real learning and real work. It typically involves a meaningful context, requires integration of knowledge and skills, produces a product or performance that matters, demands reasoning and decision-making, not just answers, includes feedback, critique, and revision, and allows multimodal ways to demonstrate competence. In simple terms, authentic assessment measures what learners can do with what they know. PBL needs performance-based evidence. This is why week 5 is tightly connected to week 4. PBL requires assessment that captures inquiry quality, collaboration, process, and iteration, reflection, and growth, and the final public product. If we assess a PBL unit using a traditional test, we break the architecture. So in week 5, you build an assessment ecosystem that matches the learning experience you designed. A major focus this week is analytic rubrics. Not rubrics as grading sheets, but rubrics as competence maps that clarify quality. High-quality rubrics align to learning outcomes, match Bloom and EQF level expectations, integrate DIG-comp dimensions where relevant, describe performance clearly, and support formative feedback during the learning journey, not only at the end. A strong rubric helps learners self-regulate, revise, and improve. You will also design assessment options that reflect modern communication. Learners should be able to demonstrate competence through written work, presentations, infographics, videos, prototypes, podcasts, portfolios, or other digital artifacts when those formats serve the outcome. This is where UDL becomes real in assessment. Equity means reducing barriers and allowing multiple pathways to show learning without reducing rigor. Your week 5 task is design an authentic assessment system for your week 4 PBL unit. You will create at least one performance task aligned to the driving question, one reflective component, one collaborative or peer feedback component, an evidence map linking assessment to outcomes, and an analytic rubric with clear criteria and performance descriptors, plus digital and multimodal options grounded in UDL equity. This becomes e-portfolio entry 5A. Then you will write a short reflection. How does authentic assessment reshape how you understand competence and your role in evaluating it? That becomes entry 5B. Week 5 prepares you for everything that comes next. AI-supported assessment and feedback in week 8, and e-portfolio evidence of learning in week 12. Because in the AI era, what matters is not what learners can reproduce once, but what they can apply, justify, communicate, and improve over time. Welcome to week 5.